Now the next step we're going to do is take a look at how to configure profiles on the router. This is an in-between step between ports and control points where you get to customize how the ports and the inputs and outputs are arranged. So before we go to the profiles menu, let's just take a look at the ports. We have one output, 4 inputs, and 1 test signal generator. Okay, remember that. Let's go to profiles. Now remember when we first set up the router and we selected factory default? This is the profile for the factory default. Let's create a new one called example, and let's hit create. So the profile's name is example, and everything above this line is in the profile. These are all the potential inputs and outputs that we can assign to a profile. So let's say we wanted a profile that's camera 1 and camera 2 and has 1 output. Okay, we can save those changes, and we can then go to control points, and where we had said factory default, we can select example, save, done. Now, even though the router is configured for 4 inputs, this control point only has 2 inputs and 1 output. Let's do it again for an example. Let's go to profiles. Let's edit the example. And let's add the test signal generator to the profile. Save, done. Now our camera source, camera 1 and camera 2 and test signal generator are on our browser. So there's a really cool feature that you can use when you have a control panel, which is you can insert spaces in between buttons so that you'll have button 1, button 2, a dark button, and button 3. This can be on destinations or sources. So I've inserted a space between button 2 and button 3. So let's save these changes, and you'll notice the panel updates immediately, putting a blank spot between button 2 and button 3.